Is the butt... Did they just call me a butt? Did this quiz just call me a butt? I learned that the brain cells are not maybe the strongest in the species. Hello, fellow, my homies, my friends. I had an energy drink. Just being honest with you, okay? Hi, I'm Amy, and this is my favorite emoji. But if you want to count it as 3 emojis, this is my favorite singular emoji because it looks like it's dancing. But anyways, today I'm gonna do an introduction to myself. If you're into astrology, I got you. If you're into personality, I got you. If you're into Harry Potter, I got you. If you're into spirit animals, I got you. Those are my quizzes today. Take you along on this journey, see if you guys relate with me in any way. All the quizzes I do are going to be linked down below just in case you guys want to partake in this because they're all free and online, and then you learn more about yourself in the most mysterious ways. Let's get this started. I know this is the one you guys were all really dying to know. The Harry Potter quiz. Which house am I? Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or... I don't think I'm a Slytherin. So this is a 20-question quiz. What do I predict? At first I thought it was Hufflepuff, but I think it would be more Ravenclaw. Well, first of all, I should say I've watched the movies, all of them, just a year or 2 ago. Sorry to say, I know, okay. But it was fantastic, and honestly, I've not read the books, but in the movies, they didn't have the Hufflepuffs or the Ravenclaws mentioned very much, but I feel like I'd probably be, now I feel like I'd be a Ravenclaw. I used to think I would be a Hufflepuff, but we'll see today. Oh, I see. I don't think I would make it to Hogwarts, to be honest with you. At Hogwarts, you would want to study everything. Apparitions, hexes or jinxes, secrets about the castle, transfigurations, broom flying, care of magical creatures. Oh, care of magical creatures, 100%. I'd just be minding my business, doing my thing. What smell is most appealing to you? Home, the sea, fresh parchment, a log fire. I don't know what that sound was. The smell? Appealing. Let's think. Which one appeals to me? What smell is most appealing? I think a log fire. I really do like the comfort of nature or like s'mores. There's just something so warm. You have the storytelling around the fire. I like that. Yeah. A troll comes into the headmaster's study. Select the following item in order you would save them. Oh gosh. I'm not like this educated. I just, oh gosh. What do you would save them? Dragonpox cure. I'd probably do the order that it stated it because I honestly don't know. I'd be like, yeah, that one. Dragonpox cure. Okay, I'll do that first. Student record. Alright, I'll do that second. A book. Cure, record, book. Yep. The order they said, sure. That answer was from my lack of knowledge. What would you rather be? Trusted, liked, praised, feared, envied, or imitated? There's a lot of these I don't want to be. The thing I want to be is trusted. I like to be a dependable person for people. I need to be there for myself at the same time to be there for people, so it's like a whole thing. I don't want to be imitated. I like people to be their own person. I definitely don't want to be feared. I think people already... I don't mind being liked, but I don't like a forced liking either. So the only thing I actually like, I don't want to be envied, and I don't want to be praised. So the only thing I actually like on this list is trusted. Everything else, I don't. I want to be as far away from it as possible, to be honest with you. You and your friends want to cross a bridge, which is guarded by a river troll. He says that one of you fight him to cross a river. What would you do? Confuse the troll. Have all 3 fight without telling the troll. Volunteer for the fight, or draw lots to see who fights. No, I would try to confuse the troll because I'm probably confused myself. Join the party. Which path do you take? Twisted leaf path through the woods, a dark lantern-lit alley, a wide sunny grassy path, yes, that's the one, a cobblestone street lined with ancient buildings. Okay, that's also very cool, but a wide sunny grassy path, I'm very much a nature galley. What do you expect people to do when they think about you after death? Miss me with a smile, remember my achievements, spread the stories of my adventures. I don't really care. It's not that I don't really care, it's that I just... It's not that I don't really care, it's that I don't think it's the other ones. After I'm dead, people should remember me as the kind, the great, the intellectual, the bold. The bold, most likely. I want to be kind, but also not everyone deserves my kindness. So not everyone's gonna remember me as kind. And intellectual, nada. But bold, I'm not afraid to do what I want and be myself in most cases. What's the worst nightmare? Everyone forgets you, you're trapped in a dark room, standing at a height, being mocked by others. I would say everyone forgets me. If you can make a potion that is going to guarantee you one thing, what is it going to be? Love, glory, knowledge, or power? Power comes a lot of responsibility, and if I have power, I want it to be done well. I feel like it's just a lot more attached to power. I don't need glory. Knowledge is a little bit tricky because sometimes I would say love. Out of 4 goblets, which would you like to drink? The golden potion causes bright sunspots for a dance around the room. A silvery potion that sparkles. A potion with the smell of plums and chocolate. A potion that makes you see strange visions. Strange visions? That sounds pretty kind of cool, pretty kind of great. I mean, if it's a temporary thing, like, that's a story to tell. You are approached by a muggle who calls you a wizard. How would you react? I will ask them why. Agree and I will offer a sample of jinx. Agree and walk away. I will offer to call a mental hospital. I guess it depends on my mood. I think I would most likely agree and walk away because I'm sure that I'll find out if it's relevant. Which instrument do you find most pleasing to your ears? Violin, drums, trumpet, cool. Piano? Hit me in the heartstrings. If you could have a superpower, which would you choose? Read minds? Nah. Invisibility? Nah. Change the past? Nah. Change your appearance? Nah. Talk to animals? Super strength? Nah. 100% talk to animals. If you have a chance to pick any house to be sorted into, you would pick Slytherin, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or the Sorting Hat should decide. The Sorting Hat 100% should decide. That's why I'm here. What is hard to deal with? Hunger, cold, being ignored, boredom, or loneliness? You notice how I just read that out of order? I do that a lot. That's how I take my tests. Well, I'm not to be remembered as an intellectual, you see. I would say being ignored is pretty hard to deal with. No, loneliness 100% is, for me personally, the hardest thing to deal with. Being ignored is also kind of, it ends up trailing to loneliness sometimes, but I feel like loneliness overall is like the actual fear. You enter a magical garden. What do you look at first? Luminous pools with something in its depths. Statue with twinkling eye. A silver tree with golden apples. Or talking toadstools. Talking toadstools. What are they saying? Talking toadstools. Let's have a combo. There are 4 boxes in front of you. You open a plain black box that has a silver run. Gosh, this is so random. A rune that you know is marked with Merlin. A golden box that has carved feet that is secret knowledge to unbearable temptation lurk. Nah. Pewter box, which says I only open for the worthy. A tortoise shell box with a sound like something living and is squeaking. Living is squeaking inside. What? Something living is squeaking inside. Squeaking? Tortoise shell box. I don't know. Yeah. Golden box sounds too prestigious. A plain black box has a silver rune. Merlin sounds like a lot too. Yeah, I'm gonna chill with the random squeaking in the tortoise box. What would you never like to be called? Ignorant, cowardly, selfish, or ordinary? People can call me ordinary because I feel like I kind of like define my own thing. I try my best not to be ignorant, but also it is a lot easier said than done. I feel like if I'm called a coward, then it's like I know that I made a decision to be possibly called that, so that's okay. Ordinary, okay. Selfish or ignorant? I feel like ignorance more on the mind. So is selfish. Selfish is like when you're thinking all about yourself. I know for myself, I need time for myself, and people might see that as selfish, and for me to be offended by me trying to focus on myself or what I believe is the bettering of the people around me. I say ignorant, just because selfish, I feel like it's depending on who you are and how you define that, so that's cool. Final question. Which of the following would you most likely study? Trolls, I don't know why I'm going to read it backwards. Trolls, goblins, vampires, werewolves, ghosts, merpeople, or centaurs. I'm into the freshwater fish hobby, so merpeople sounds kind of cool. Vampires, no, nah, nope. Goblins, I've watched too many animes with bad interpretations of goblins, not gonna mess with it. Trolls, centaurs. It's between ghost and merpeople, but I think I would like to hear the stories and like the histories of the people who were ghosts, so I'm gonna say ghost. That sounds cool. Alright, my results. My results, folks. I'm a Hufflepuff. Hello. Excuse me, sir, I'm a Hufflepuff. Excuse me. Loud leaf blowing, sir. Thank you. He heard I was a Hufflepuff and he started walking away. You might belong in Hufflepuff, where they are just and loyal. Those patient Hufflepuffs are true and unafraid of toil. Welcome to Hufflepuff House. Here the most valued things are loyalty, friendship, and justice. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Even though Hufflepuff is the butt... Did they just call me a butt? Did this quiz just call me a butt? Hufflepuff is the butt of most jokes. This house is actually not one to overlook. That's it. Not sure. But to be honest with you, it's dinner time. So I think I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna come back. I'm hungry, so... See you in a minute. Let's find out my spirit animal together. Okay, starting with, what's your favorite natural element? All of them. Oh, okay. Based off of Avatar, right? Like Toph, we only see one airbender, right? But I did name my cat Momo after his lemur. So obviously, Aang is iconic in my eyes. Yet, Toph? I love Toph. I mean, I love all of them. Space? What the heck does that even mean? Why is this actually very hard for me to think of? So let's think of the ones I'm not. Gosh, this video is gonna be so long for no reason. We're jamming. Okay. It's not fire. I say that because fire, it carries such a power with it, and I don't crave power in any way. And also, it just naturally is destructive, and I am naturally destructive and clumsy on my own. So I think I would do not fire. Wood is so physical, and I feel like it's dependent on kind of like what my environment is. I don't think wood is it. Space, gravity, and breathing. I think it's above my head. Pun intended, because you know, space. Way up there. Anyways, I don't think it's water. Either air or earth, which are also like Aang and Toph are my favorites. An airbender. I would be lazy as heck. I'd be like, cometh here. The power of air. That sounds cool yet troubling. Earth? I kind of like earth. I don't know. I just feel like when I think of earth, I'm thinking, like I'm literally surrounded by plants right now. I'm thinking about earth and thinking about the ground and the power to grow and like. But then I also see, why am I so conflicted? Air, Amy, not that far. Gosh, why is this hard? This is the first question. But I want it to be like accurate. What's my favorite? I'm gonna say air. I think air is more gentle, and honestly, I'm a lot more gentle than I think people kind of perceive. I think air. I feel at peace with myself most of the time. Very accurate, fairly accurate, somewhat inaccurate, or very inaccurate. I would say it's fairly accurate. I feel like I keep myself up nowadays and learn more about myself and figure out how to like keep that energy and like be stronger in myself than I do the opposite. So I tend to be more than down to earth than head in the clouds. I think I have down to earth moments, but I'm always an airhead. Always have been. It's not really a choice. How it be. So I tend to be more down to earth than head in the clouds. Very inaccurate. But I would love to be cool and down to earth all the time, but in reality, okay? I'm a little ditzy. But much of a hoot, I would like to think. Okay, carry on. I find it easy to approach others. Very accurate. Why did I say it like that? I find it easy to approach others. I think I'm not afraid to ask questions, and then I like conversation. So I'd say it's very accurate. I frequently do things without a specific schedule or plan. Okay, so I feel like I don't like pretending like I'm gonna know what's gonna happen, but like on a daily basis, I need a list in order to like be able to accomplish things. I'm so forgetful. You remember that airhead part, you know? Like I'm kind of head in the clouds, you know, I forget things. The point being, I essentially make myself have a schedule in order to be productive, or else I am just everywhere. So since I do a list about every day to make sure I kind of get what I need done, I'm gonna say very accurate. The typical ordinary way feels like a betrayal of myself. I like to think outside the box. I think life is made to be interesting, and I like to have fun, whatever I do, such as fashion, videos, whatever. I try to have fun, but also, I don't know how to, let's not get into it. Very accurate. I frequently come up with ideas or solutions out of nowhere. Yes. But then I forget them half the time, so then I have to write them in my notes. So I'm gonna say fairly accurate because, you know, a lot of them are lost. The more useful I am to others, the happier I am. Very accurate. It brings me a lot of joy whenever I can do a kindness to a person. It makes me probably feel twice better than it ends up making them feel, just because I see that reaction. So I like to be useful, but sometimes it's hard for me to think of how I can be. And I don't want to get in the way by trying to do something I might not be as knowledgeable of than someone else, and then like being too ignorant about it either. So it's like it's a thing I'm figuring out, but I would say very accurate because I like to help people when I can. I spend a lot of time observing before I act. Yes, actually. I really like to research things and figure out why things happen. Like with my plants, I love researching how they differ. And so I would say I spend a lot of time observing before I act. I like to be impressive to others. Not really. I'd say that's very inaccurate because, okay, impressive, like I don't try to impress people. I don't ever aim to impress. Like I aim to have fun and like to satisfy myself. Like when I go outside and I have an outfit, it's not because I'm trying to impress anybody who's gonna look at me. It's because I felt really good in that outfit because I felt like I looked good in that outfit. It's not for any impressions or any thoughts or any compliments. I just like, I'm complimenting myself. I'm like, yes, you did look good today. It's like the posture automatically straightens when I have a good outfit on. But I like to be helpful but not aim to impress. I'm always looking for new things to experience. Very accurate. I've tried music, not successfully. I've tried clothes making, not fully successfully. I've been doing video editing since I can remember. Gardening, freshwater pets, whatever floats my boat that day, honestly. I like a fast-paced existence. No, I think it's like, would you prefer a fast-paced, more like a city with tons of people and tons of things to do and tons of opportunities, or would I prefer kind of just chilling out in my garden, reading a book, inviting a friend over, making some guacamole? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna lean more towards somewhat inaccurate. I would rather have a slow-paced life and like grow old and just do small mundane things that make me happy and like try to be grateful in my life and what I do. Pretty deep. How would you rather spend your free time? I'd rather go outdoors and walk or hike in the park nearby. Yeah, that sounds cool. Building something or engaging in a creative activity like arts and crafts. That also sounds pretty cool. Playing video games or watching a movie at home. I watch video games. Playing video games, Animal Crossing is like the only thing I really play, but I watch video games all the time. And movies, I actually get a lot better at watching series because I could kind of pause whenever I want to versus a movie when you're supposed to kind of sit down and watch for a while. I have a trouble sit down, watch long period of time. I like to get up, pace, and do something and grab something. It goes back and forth on if I just want to like go out all the time or if I just want to like figure myself out and then try to present my best self to the people, which is not all the time. So I would say I'm more towards, I like going outside and going for walks, but I also like going with people. I require lots of time alone to recharge. I'm so back and forth. It depends. Oh shoot, what did I click? Hello? Okay, I require lots of time alone to recharge. No, I'm very okay with being social in most scenarios, unless I'm in like a very bad rut where not all is well here. Nah. In most cases, sparking conversation excites me because I like learning about people most of the time. So I don't think it takes me much time to recharge because I'm usually excited to have a conversation with new people, but I also tend to like kind of just be by myself a lot too, so I don't mind either, I don't think.
At some point my camera shut off, but the final question was, do I seek out secrets of the universe? Not at all. Not even a little bit.
That's sweet to say. I'm a butterfly. Oh, I love being a butterfly. I took care of these little butterflies. I think they're called parsley worms because we had parsley. Well, it was caterpillars. They were kind of dumb. I don't know how many survived in the end. They were doing perfectly until they tried to find their place to make a chrysalis, and I learned the brain cells are not maybe the strongest in the species of parsley worms. Yeah, so I'm a butterfly. That's kind of accurate. That's kind of accurate. Dumb at moment. Luckily it doesn't lead to my demise. What it means to be a butterfly. The butterfly is one of the most emblematic totem animals, symbolizing personal transformation. I love that. I feel like I just complimented myself by taking this quiz. If you see the butterfly as your totem or spirit animal, pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. Perhaps this animal totem guides you to be sensitive to your personal cycle of expansions and growth, as well as the beauty of life continuously unfolding. Exactly, the beauty of life, and just let it happen. I think to have a fast-paced life, there's something lost because you can't focus on the things that are right in front of you. You are so focused on what's next and what's success and what blah blah blah. But sometimes it's good to just kind of like see what's in front of you. I think when I stopped going on my phone, it helped me kind of do that because I was forced not to just go on my phone to look on whatever, on Instagram or whatever I was into, I started kind of looking around. So I had to make eye contact with people sometimes and be like, yo, that person looks cool. Cool. I just started seeing things right in front of me a little bit more personally. But I think that's just kind of like how I ended up doing my thing, unfolding my path, as they say. An important message carried by the spirit of butterfly is about the ability to go through important changes with grace and lightness. The thing is that for me, I worry so easily. And so I'm working on trying to kind of like let things go and not be so worked up on things that I really don't need to be worked up on. But it's like in my head, I feel like it's so important. But then you kind of step back and realize, but is it though? Is it? You know, that's kind of cool. I'm a Hufflepuff butterfly thus far.